Hey there, I'm making a little video for you about boundaries. I'm going to start with a little kind of primer on what boundaries are. Let's take it out of the social context and think about it in terms of kind of physical threat. So let's say you are walking through the woods and you spot a bear really far off in the distance, and the bear seems to be just kind of minding its own business and maybe eating blueberries. And kind of the physiological response to that is like, everything's okay, no big deal. I'm just here hiking or doing whatever I'm doing, and that bear's over there, and I don't really feel any like uptick in my like activation level inside my body. I don't feel like my heart beating faster or like starting to kind of plan my escape route or whatever, right? Like you're feeling pretty like grounded and like you're in your kind of capital S self, if you will. And then I want you to imagine like the bear turned towards you and starts walking toward you. Now, at some point between where the bear was and like coming up close and personal, something's going to shift in your body. You're going to start going, oh no, something's happening. Like I've got to do something. Maybe you experience that as like, you know, a kind of tightening of the shoulders, or maybe you notice your heart's beating faster, or your eyes are darting around, or you're imagining like all these terrible things happening, right? It's like that point where the bear kind of crosses into the territory that starts making you have a different experience. Your nervous system shifts. That right there, that point is the boundary, right? It's the difference between you feeling like good and okay and you feeling something different, right? Now, the same kind of threat response is deployed during social interactions as well, right? So somebody comes in and they start talking to you about how terrible the day they've had at work, right? And at first you're like sitting there and you're like, oh yeah, just keep on coming. I got it. You know, I'm still feeling totally fine. Your sharing is not shifting my center of gravity or my sense of like being okay in the moment. And then you notice like 5 minutes in, you start going, oh gosh, what time is it? Oh boy, I've got to make dinner. I've got all these things I've got to do. Wow, this is going on and on. Or maybe even start having thoughts toward them like, good gosh, this person just talks forever. So that right there is the point where the boundary kind of happens, right? Where the continued talking causes a shift in your system, right? Now, this is not their fault that they were talking. They're talking, right? It's kind of in real time, we need to develop facility with noticing what's happening inside of ourselves, and then skill with how we support that boundary setting. Okay, so I'm going to talk about that in the next video.